Okay, so this morning while I finished this song as a child, that's how far back this Scottish cable is. I had an uncle who worked there, so when he came back, he said, oh, our advert was in the media, the PR for the company, I think. So he came back and said, oh, our advert is playing on so radio station, so you need to listen. And then I heard, Scottish cables and wire, we wire them. And then the last part of it is what I really like, Scottish, in there we talk. So I remember that this morning, and I actually, wow, this company have been here long ago. But let's talk about the ease of doing business. And I'll be saying that it is suicidal to think of doing business in Nigeria. I mean, here is the story of Kutix. Though, congrats to them on 40th anniversary.
GSK just pulled out.
Okay, true.
So if Kutix has been able to survive for these 40 years, we need to congratulate them over and over again for being able to sustain themselves in this very difficult environment that we call Nigeria. Michelin has left.
Oh, several. There are several.
There are quite a lot of companies that were producing and creating employment, direct and indirect. And nobody is talking about it. Look at the textile mills in Aba, Kaduna, Sokoto, and the rest of them. We have government, and none of them are talking about productivity because they've seen free oil money. And if they were channeling this free oil money into agriculture and into some of these industries, we won't be having this kind of challenge that we have. And that's why the few that have been able to survive, we are squeezing them with all kinds of taxes. The local government will come, the state government will come, the federal government will come, then the community will also come. In one same company that is barely able to make, even pay their staffs.
Yeah.
And so Mr. P2B was very right that doing business there is more or less like attempting suicide.
Suicide. Now,
it's too obvious.
Now, if we speak of the ease of doing business, and then we have these draconian policies. I remember the former vice president, Professor Yemi Banjo. One of the major conversations every time he goes out and speaking was always the need to create an enabling environment for businesses to thrive in Nigeria. Now, from electricity to taxations and what have you, and the nonchalance of this government-owned parastatals, or whether it's run as PPP or what have you, in respect to providing ease of doing business, even beyond security, for instance, do you think that the government of Nigeria understand that these businesses that are shutting down, that even some that are still open, that there is need to begin to look at how to provide maybe tax holiday or what have you to ensure that such businesses, for instance, can grow and begin to compete with their counterparts?
Government should encourage the banks to give single-digit loans, long-term loans, to most of these manufacturers and some of these productive companies, including agriculture. That's one way to demonstrate that, yes, we will have a better environment in doing our business. Then the second aspect also is that government should also give tax waivers to all these companies. Give them a long-term tax waivers so that our economy can bounce back. Because if we're not producing, we can't be talking about dollar. As long as we are not involved in manufacturing, we are not involved in production, then we will continue to have these same challenges that has bedeviled us this past 20 years. And so there has to be a deliberate attempt to go on a PPP arrangement and then begin to encourage these people so that they will stay back here. And those who have gone within our neighboring African countries can return back here because we've got the market, the population here has that attraction for any manufacturer that comes into Nigeria. We've got the market. And so the government should deliberately, interface with the CBN and the banking industry, grant loans, long-term loans on single digits. And let's see how we can revive back most of these our industries that are moribund. You have them in Kaduna, you have them in Kano, you have them in Sokoto, you have them in Aba. The same in Port Harcourt here.
Yeah.
That is the only time we'll know that we can take the government serious in what they're saying. Because it's easier to say it, but when you get to the field, it's a completely different ballgame entirely.